Hello, thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast. This is your host, Sethi, the Credit Champion. I want you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Like the video and share the video. All right? Be an encouragement to someone else. Somebody needs to see this video so that they can go to the next level. And whatever good thing you make happen for somebody else, God will make happen for you. So that's why I do these videos, because I know I'm sowing seed and I'm going to reap a good harvest from the seed I sow. Now, when I look at YouTube, I see a lot of people making videos that are negative concerning the housing market, talking about how bad things are and just doom and gloom. All the videos are just like doom and gloom. And I just want to caution you to not buy into what these people are saying, because you determine for the most part when a good time is to buy a house. You know, people are making a big deal of the interest rates being 7%, 8%, 9%, whatever the case may be, depending on your credit situation. But on average, credit right now is about, on a house is like average 7-8%. And people are just hyping this up like it's just so terrible. But it's all hype, because before the pandemic, rates were the same and no one was complaining. People were just buying houses. But you know, during the pandemic, when rates went to 3%, 4%, 5%, it's like, that's not normal. And some people got great interest rates on their homes. And so, hey, that's great for them. But for those of us who didn't get 3%, 4%, oh well, life goes on. Rates have returned to normal, 7%, 8%, what they were before the pandemic. But you have to understand, and you got to think for yourself. You can't just listen to these guys on YouTube saying how houses are gonna crash. They've been saying that for over a year now, and no crash has taken place. It's just talk. It's just hype. You know, they're making videos because the algorithm rewards negativity. You know, it's an old saying that bad news travels faster than good news. And when you're talking about doom and gloom and how there's a crash and how catastrophe is going to happen, it gets a lot of clicks and views. That's all it is. And they figured that out, that, oh, if I make videos on negativity, on the crash and how people are gonna lose their homes, and if I make videos about content like that, people are gonna watch, because we like to see the crash. It's human nature. Human nature is, most people, I'm not gonna say everybody, but most people like to see the crash. They don't like to see the takeoff. They don't like to see what other people are doing well. That's not, it doesn't give them that rush like seeing someone lose it all does. And so some of these content creators have figured that out and said, you know what, I'm gonna make videos about the crash of the housing market and about people losing their jobs and things like that. And of course, people have always lost jobs and lost homes and things. Those things happen. They happen now. They're going to always happen. But what I'm saying to you is, you can have a different mindset. Adopt a different mindset. If I was you, I would dream, and I would dream big. I wouldn't let the negative people out there talk me out of my dream. You know, my wife and I, we just bought a home. And imagine if we would have listened to these people on YouTube who was saying it was going to be a crash. Don't buy a house right now. You know, one of the people I'm going to give credit to is Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey said, yes, it is a good time to buy a house, and it is. And a lot of people were saying, oh, don't listen to Dave Ramsey, the market is about to crash. So basically what happened is that people were sitting on the sideline, and people are still sitting on the sideline waiting for the crash so they can get a cheaper house. And it's not happening. So they're just waiting. And while they're waiting, prices are going up for the most part. Some prices are going down in some areas, but there is no crash. So, you know, yeah, houses have gone up, but that's to be expected with inflation. And rather than pray for somebody to lose their house, and that's what I realized I was doing, sitting on the sideline hoping that the crash would take place so I can get a cheaper house. But in reality, that was evil, because in order for me to get a cheaper house because of a crash, somebody else will have to lose their house. See how evil that is? I'm praying that somebody lose their house, not only somebody, but a large number of people lose their house, so large that I'm able to get a cheaper house. That's plain evil. So I had to change my mindset. You know, God is a big God. He doesn't need a crash in order for us to buy a house. Come on now. I mean, we can still take advantage of, if a crash happens by chance, well, I'm not waiting on it. I'm not praying for one. But if a crash did happen, you can still take advantage of the opportunities that are there and buy you a house right now. Sometimes we let these YouTube creators think for us, and listen, don't even let me think for you. Think for yourself. Think highly of yourself. Think big. Dream. Envision your life being how you want it to be, and you can make it happen. So, listen. Thanks for tuning in to this video, and I hope that you share it with somebody else, because people need encouragement. We don't need negativity. Negativity only holds you down. And I want to let you know you can live the life you dream of. You can create the life you want. Stay locked in on my content. I'm just going to keep motivating you to do bigger and better things. All things are possible to them that believe. Be blessed.